These 5 men are choking on loans. Their professions differ, but their financial circumstances have brought them together. A common factor among them is that they each were servicing loans from the now defunct EFC, a microfinance deposit-taking institution. Bank of Uganda closed down EFC in January over undercapitalization and its poor corporate governance. These individuals are alarmed by how money they borrowed from EFC more than tripled the originally acquired amount.
I am just surprised that right now I am supposed to service this loan to a tune of 160 million shillings.
When I came back to Bank of Uganda asking them how this happens, they just told me one, you pay the loan, that's all.
For instance, Herbert Newton Lubega, a teacher by profession but who now owns a school, obtained 73 million shillings loan from EFC in July 2019, which would be paid back in a period of 3 years on a termly basis. Lubega says the loan agreement required him to pay termly installment of 10.7 million shillings.
Unfortunately, as I had just started paying, I had just paid one installment, there arose the COVID lockdown.
The COVID-19 lockdown crippled the loan repayment for the 2 years the schools were closed. However, others like Lubega found a temporary relief when the banking sector regulator issued guidelines whose effect was a pause in repayment. Lubega's estimates showed that a 40% interest was imposed on his loan facility. This means he was supposed to pay EFC 128 million shillings. To his shock, the repayable sum that was declared to him is 195 million shillings.
Bank of Uganda tells me they are demanding me 195 million. I don't know how that came about. It came about was these explanations I've been giving by capitalizing the installments that I was supposed to pay during COVID.
Lubega admits to have been asked by EFC to have his loan restructured, a measure whose implication was unknown to him.
They rescheduled my loan 3 times during the COVID period. And during every restructure, what happened, they were capitalizing the installments that I had to pay. They turned it to be their principal, and then by the time we came out of COVID, the loan that had reduced to 69 million had now risen to 142 million out of the blue.
He says that had EFC observed Bank of Uganda guidelines regarding COVID-19, the repayable amount would hardly shoot up. Under similar circumstances, Henry Mpima, a carpenter, finds himself having to pay 160 million shillings. This is for the 35 million shillings he borrowed from EFC.
I got to know about the 40% after getting the papers from EFC. And that was after them putting the money on my account. That is when I now saw that it was at 40%. But in reality, it is not 40%. In reality, it goes beyond 400%. I don't know how that came about. I don't know how they calculate to come to that figure.
They say their efforts to have the figures reconciled with Bank of Uganda, which undertook receivership of EFC in accordance with the law, have been futile. They are bewildered about what to do.
I just want to think that some of these officials in Bank of Uganda could be sleeping on the job, and they have already instructed bailiffs to come and collect from me. But they are collecting from me a figure that I don't concur with.
So I'm here to call upon whoever is concerned, whether in Bank of Uganda. I have tried going there several times, but I have not been helped. Yet I need my security. I've started suspecting that my security is not there. That is my worry.
Amidst the accusations against how EFC operated, the borrowers admit to have signed some loan documents in a rush and without a critical focus on the terms and conditions.
Because we were not even given an agreement. We don't have them. They are not allowed to even to look into them. They don't give you an agreement. They don't even allow you to look into them. But because we wanted money, we ended up signing what we don't know.
The problem is like this. These guys, when they are giving you their loan, they don't give you any document. you just sign. Sign here, sign there, sign here, sign there. So that is how they do it. They don't give you an opportunity to read through. Because if at all they did that, I would not take the money.
Bank of Uganda provided a response to some of the concerns after we contacted them, which will feature in the second part of this story, in addition to what financial and legal experts say could be the remedy. Jackson Onyango, NTV.